In this video, I will tell you about the dimensional constraint feature in AutoCAD. In our previous videos, we had already talked about geometric constraints. In this video, we will see how we can set constraints with parameters. Now, in linear dimensioning, as you remember, we can dimension a horizontal or a vertical object. You can see that we can dimension an object standing vertically here. We have set a value of 376 point something. I accept it and click on it. As you can see, there's a log symbol here and named it D2. Created a parameter. Now, here I can change the value. I can change it to 320 and press enter. You can see that the length of the line has changed. It's longer. I don't want this now. Let's keep it in place. Let's go on. Let's dimension it horizontally. An object that I want to be horizontal. Let's say this object, 380. Okay, that's right. Let's go on. We can use align dimensioning here. Let's set it from this point to this point and mark the distance as such, and I set a constraint. Let's go on. Vertical. We have vertical dimension. The difference between linear is that this is only for vertical dimensioning. So when we select 2 points, it will dimension them only vertically. What else do we have? We have radius dimensioning and diameter dimensioning. When we go into radius dimensioning, we have a set center. It says 269 here. When I type in 270, you can see that it suddenly changed its radius and the dimension arrow updated itself to 270, as you can see. We can also dimension it based on diameter. Here we have a diameter of 90. It's named diameter 1 with a diameter of 90. I double click, set it to 100 and change it. When working on our project, if we want to change our objects, we can manage parametric objects much easier with this method. Let's set an angle value here. Let's set it to 150 degrees and we can fix our part in place like this. Right now, we dimensioned our objects, but you can see, as we talked about in the previous videos, there's a parameter. It says D2 and D3 here. What are these for? Let's create a rectangle here and use linear dimensioning here. Let's set this to 700. And up here, make it the same. Let's make it 700. Let's look here. There are two different dimensions. When I type in 800 here, the bottom part will be different. I can do something else instead as well. When I set D6 equals day 5, I can create a function. So whatever D5 is, this will do the same. So when I type in 950 here, the top of the rectangle will be the same. Let's develop a different method. Linear dimension, mark this area and this area, and you can see that it named it D7. I say that, give me a second, sorry. Let's write D7 equals D5 times 2. As you can see, whatever the D5 dimension here is, it assigns 2 times that automatically. So if I set this 800 instead of 950, it will automatically change the corresponding value. Of course, now we will also set a similar parameter here, and we'll say D8 equals D7. We can set the same parameter here. As you can see, when I make any changes here, the whole object will automatically change. We can create parameters as such, and we can also use the parameter manager to update these. So we have a table. In the future, when you create such a parameter and change the basic value here, the whole object will change. And I can change the D5 dimension here, as you can see, directly on the table here. I can change this 750 to 800 and change it using this single window, and I can update my project much more comfortably. In this video, we told you about the parametric constraints in AutoCAD to set parameters to objects. We hope to see you in the next video.